Welcome to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we will talk about unlocking wealth with Robert Kiyosaki's motivational wisdom. A personal finance classic, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki was first released in 1997. Kiyosaki contrasts the financial ideologies of his rich dad, his best friend's father, who is the subject of the book, with his poor dad, who is his biological father, in the memoir-style book. These two father figures stand for two different perspectives on wealth and money. The goal of the book is to refute widely held beliefs about money and provide readers a fresh viewpoint on how to succeed financially and live independently. Chapter 1. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The two most important persons in Kiyosaki's life are introduced in the first chapter as his rich dad and poor dad. He emphasizes the divergent views they had on money. His so-called poor dad had a good education and a steady career working for the government. He adhered to the conventional wisdom of acquiring a good education, putting in a lot of effort, and setting aside money. Kiyosaki's rich dad, on the other hand, was a self-made millionaire and prosperous businessman who believed in accumulating assets and developing several streams of income. Childhood encounters with both of these individuals paved the way for the author to subsequently learn valuable financial lessons. Chapter 2. The Rich Don't Work for Money. One of the primary lessons Kiyosaki acquired from his rich dad is discussed in this chapter. The wealthy don't work for money. Instead, they're able to make money work for them. He focuses a strong emphasis on the value of financial literacy and the distinction between assets and liabilities. A liability is anything that deducts the funds from your bank account, whereas an asset generates it. According to Kiyosaki, you must concentrate on accumulating assets and reducing liabilities if you want to become affluent. Chapter 3. Why Teach Financial Literacy? Kiyosaki explores the dearth of financial literacy in conventional educational institutions. He explains that while schools primarily prepare students to be workers and earn a living, they do not provide instruction in the core abilities needed to manage finances, make investments, and amass wealth. The author emphasizes how crucial it is to take charge of your financial education and not rely entirely on institutions of higher learning to provide financial knowledge. Chapter 4. Mind Your Own Business. The principle of the financial statement, which consists of the income statement and the balance sheet, is presented by Kiyosaki. Managing your personal money and your business, no matter how small, depends on your ability to grasp these financial paperwork, he contends. Making sure your assets generate enough revenue to pay all of your expenses, and then some, is the objective. The significance of concentrating on your own business and increasing your financial intelligence is stressed by Kiyosaki. Chapter 5. The History of Taxes and the Power of Corporations. The history of taxes and how they have been used to regulate and redistribute wealth are covered by Kiyosaki in this chapter. He describes how wealthy people frequently take advantage of tax regulations and incorporate them in order to pay less in taxes. Building and retaining wealth depends heavily on your ability to comprehend and use the tax system to your benefit. Chapter 6. The Rich Invent Money. Kiyosaki emphasizes the significance of being inventive and coming up with original answers to financial issues. Even when faced with obstacles, he thinks it's imperative to look for ways to make money. The wealthy frequently invent money by developing lucrative ventures, financial investments, and career prospects. The author exhorts readers to foster their sense of entrepreneurship and not merely rely on conventional employment. Chapter 7. Work to Learn. Don't work for money. Kiyosaki talks about the idea of working to learn new things rather than just working to be paid. In his opinion, continuing education is essential if you want to keep ahead in the always evolving world of finance and business. The chapter places emphasis on the idea that learning increases earnings. Chapter 8. Overcoming Obstacles. The difficulties that frequently prevent people from taking charge of their financial future are discussed by Kiyosaki. Fear, cynicism, sloth, bad habits, and arrogance are some of these hindrances. He places a strong emphasis on the necessity of developing self-awareness and overcoming these challenges in order to succeed financially. Chapter 9. Getting Started. This chapter offers helpful guidance to people who desire to start down the path to financial freedom. Starting small, taking prudent chances, and improving your financial literacy are all things Kiyosaki advised. He exhorts readers to invest in and launch their own businesses in order to obtain practical experience. Chapter 10. Still want more? Here are some to-dos. For readers who wish to take action and put the ideas he has addressed throughout the book into practice, Kiyosaki provides a list of to-do things. These include getting involved in real estate, finding a mentor, and assembling a group of advisors. The author stresses the value of being proactive and refusing to accept the status quo. Chapter 11. The last lesson. Kiyosaki considers the life-changing lessons he received from his rich dad in the book's last chapter. He talks about the value of financial security and how it might affect one's general well-being. The chapter serves as a last reminder of the main point of the book. Achieving financial success requires knowledge, activity, and a change in perspective. The book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, gives a fresh viewpoint on obtaining financial success while challenging long-held notions about money. Readers can relate to Robert Kiyosaki's experiences with his rich dad and poor dad and gain a better understanding of the value of business, assets, and financial education. The book exhorts readers to take charge of their financial future, make an investment in their financial literacy, and use money to work for them rather than against them. The principles outlined in the book have had a significant influence on how many people think about money and wealth building, even though Kiyosaki's advice may not be applicable to everyone's unique circumstances. However, the book's real strength lies in its ability to inspire and motivate individuals to take control of their financial destinies. It serves as a valuable starting point for those who wish to embark on a journey of financial literacy and independence. Throughout the book, Kiyosaki encourages readers to overcome their fear of failure and embrace financial risks. He believes that the fear of making mistakes often holds people back from pursuing opportunities that could lead to financial success. Critics argue that Rich Dad, Poor Dad oversimplifies complex financial concepts and may not provide a one-size-fits-all solution to achieving wealth. Additionally, some have questioned the authenticity of Kiyosaki's anecdotes about his rich dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad introduces the concept of the rat race, where individuals work tirelessly to cover their expenses and liabilities. Kiyosaki encourages readers to break free from this cycle by acquiring income-generating assets that can eventually cover their living expenses. This shift in mindset is a fundamental step towards achieving financial freedom. In conclusion, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki is a thought-provoking and inspirational book that challenges conventional wisdom about money and encourages readers to think differently about their financial future. While it may not have all the answers, it ignites a spark of curiosity and empowerment in its readers, making it a must-read for anyone seeking financial enlightenment and a pathway to prosperity. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.